YouTube. I have survived the mother clucking corona. Ugh. I know that I may have been a disbeliever of the coronavirus. This shit is real. It got a hold of me. Oh, did it get a hold of me. Turn you into a turd real quick, man. Oh, God, man, I'm talking about rough. I'm done with it. Took me about a good straight 10 days to get over that shit. Oh, it kicked my ass. Anyway, so been out here in the garage. I'm trying to get some stuff going. Waiting on the wheelie bar to get here. Well, waiting for the wheelie bar to get done so I can go get it, bring it here. Trying to do the best of my time, make the best with it. So this is what I got. Alright, so I didn't like the way everything was mounted last time and yada yada yada. I think this is how I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna mount the battery box there and fuel cell there, fuel pump right in front of it. That way everything's right there. Bam, fuel, pump, da da da. Put a little light back there and whatnot. I was gonna put my fuel pump along that back thing there, but it being as I got the smaller, if you didn't notice, I had to buy a new fuel cell, 2.5 gallons instead of 5. Gave me all kinds of room. So, and I also got my parachute tether mount, I want to say is what that's called, and that's not just welded to the body. Okay, that's a tricky piece of shit right there, but that is mounted to the frame, which was a pain in the ass. Okay, but I got it. So the only thing that is not welded in here is this piece right here, and that's because everything else is welded in for it. All I gotta do is just weld this in. So all the trim's done. But I think it'd be easier to weld up. These are the things that I made. This is gonna be where my wheelie bar goes through. Okay, kind of show you here. They're gonna go on the other side. They'll go in, on the back side of it. But that's where my bars are gonna go up into the body, and I'll cut that section out, and that'll be there. I'll weld all that in. So I'm gonna put 2 of those on each side. That'll be where my bar goes up under the car. So yes, rear end is almost done. One thing I am waiting on is that I gotta drill a couple holes. I gotta drill a couple holes. I just got a text, my bad. I gotta drill a couple holes on the back side of this, here and here, because that's where I'm gonna put my wheelie bar bolt. Okay, my bottom wheelie bar is gonna bolt even with that, coming straight out. I gotta weld a couple of tabs on the top, but that is what my wheelie bar tether is. So I know that looks like a bunch of Chinese shit. Problem is, frame rails come clear down here. Okay, those are my frame rails right there. So to mount this, my bars, man, come right out through here. Alright, so nothing here can be in the way. Those are out of the way. This is all out of the way. Ain't nothing gonna touch those bars. This is up and out of the way. It kind of bends and then goes up. You really can't probably tell that. No, you probably really can't tell that. But, and then I welded it to the inner part of this to give that some stability, so it ain't just jerking all over anywhere or whatever. But anyway, that's where you got to weld that. See, that's where it gets welded. All them little holes get welded. Click, 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 all the way across. And yeah, almost got her done, man. Almost got her done. That's the only thing. That's it, man. That's the only new. That's the only new. This here, where that bends right there, it's where my inner metal is going to lay on top of that. That's all welded in, as you can see. This piece here is welded. That's done. So my aluminum will come up, and this is where all the seams are at in it. There's a big seam that goes here, and there's like a bunch of different pieces, and that supports it. So I'll drill into that. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. I'm almost done. I get that bar back. I'll have that thing welded or drilled to the car. Couple hours. Get it dropped back down. I got the front end up. Front end's all on it. Throw the tires on it. Shocks and everything are on it. So I just got to put the rears on there. I've just been up and down with the rear end. So put the shocks all on it. Drop her back down on the tires. Get that bar sticking out the back and find out how much of that I need to cut out. And put my 2 U's in. Weld up the rear end completely. I got to weld all this up still. This is pretty well done, and it's welded along the sides. But I got to finish. Welding this piece right here. Them spot welds need to be connected all the way. You know what I mean? Like you want a solid weld all the way. And then I'm going to have these big hoops in there, so those are going to get welded up real good. And then it's body work time. So, long story short, it's getting there. I know it's a fucking turd. I know it. It's turd. So, and I promise to God it's going to be the most polished turd you've ever seen. But anyway, that's all I got. That's it. I survived COVID. Cocksucker. Oh, it whipped my ass, man. I'm not even going to lie, man. I can't say that I would go. Now, this shit affected me different than it has affected others, okay? I had no fever. I wasn't sick in the face or in the nose or nothing like that. Body aches, cold chills, and straight no motivation. I mean, it's like sucked the life right out of me. Tested positive for the shit, so it wasn't me just guessing. Tested positive for it twice to make sure, 2 different types of tests. I had the shit. So, I ain't saying run out and go get a fucking vaccination. I ain't doing that. And if you got serious health risks, maybe. I mean, that shit took it out of me, man. I ain't work on my car. I didn't do nothing. I went to work, but that was only because I need money to build a race car. Yeah. So anyway, alright guys, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I successfully had to buy, or not successfully, Jesus. Anyway, I had to buy another thing of wire. Quite proud of myself on this. Had to buy me a thing of wire because I got like maybe 10 feet left in that thing. So I've been through 11 pounds of wire. I don't know how many feet that is, but I tell you, it's a lot. 11 pounds of wire. I've already been through it, so starting to get some time on that welder, get some more experience. Anyway, what I got going, man, a lot of people are hating. I know I got a gas gauge. I know I didn't really want a gas gauge, but I got an extra hole in my dash face that I need to fill. So like, if I can put a fucking gas gauge in there, then hell, that's a hole I can fill. So anyway, alright, that's all I got. Mother's Day, probably should be helping my mother, but I think I am by staying out of her way. So had Mother's Day out there to all you mothers who actually care about your children and put the time in to make sure that they got some kind of common sense in this world. But anyway, alright, pick up the Bible, read the sucker, tell God you love him, because he loves you. Till the next time, holla.